hips were so tight, and when I goes to the floor to take something, I can feel some pain in my hips, and it was very uncomfortable. And during the days, sleeping, you give me some tips for sleep with a towel and those things, and it was the worst part, my hips.
I just want to say thank you so much for being here, for agreeing for this interview. So, maybe why don't we get started by you maybe tell us, so what was your worst point before we worked together?
My hips were so tight, and when I goes to the floor to take something, I can feel some pain in my hips, and it was very uncomfortable. And during the days, sleeping, you give me some tips for sleep with a towel and those things, and it was the worst part, my hips. And also I can unlock my glutes and all of this, but the worst part, it was like my pelvis was like closed. I don't know how it works, and now I can understand a little bit the movement of the pelvis. It helps me a lot, a lot.
Awesome. Now, what would you say your pain level on scale 1 to 10 before we worked together?
Wow, it was like 10.
Okay.
the the pain, it was like 10 or 9, because I was very tight. And during the work, I'm like, I don't have already too much pain. If I go cycling, or if I train a lot, maybe a little bit, but I can make the exercise every day, and I think it works, really works. So
So what would you say your pain level right now on daily basis?
I'm like 3 in pain, 3 out of 10. So I'm so happy. I'm really happy about that.
That's great. Now we're gonna train you and progress you so that way you can get onto zero pretty quick.
Oh, nice. It would be nice.
Yeah,
For me,
awesome.
the most important thing is to understand the movement of the body, because I used to walk with my hips very open, like my feet, one look to one side and the other to the other side. So it was crazy. When I was very tight, I walked like a cowboy. And now it's like all of that changed a lot. I can feel my legs close one from another. Uh, More is I don't know how to explain, but I I feel a lot of difference. It was
Yeah,
very nice.
that's awesome. Now, have you tried anything else like physical therapy, massage therapy, chiropractor before we work together?
Yes, I tried a lot of things. I used to do Pilates as well, training mobility, and stretching programs, physiotherapist, everything. But I don't know. I think that the most important thing is to understand the movement of the body and also the pelvis, because for me, the idea I have, it was completely different. And for me, it helps a lot. The way I understand now the movement.
100%. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will like that this work I've done to stay in the future. To don't lose this part, because I've been working for only 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and I noticed a lot of changes. So I will love this to don't forget.
Yeah, 100%. And just out of curiosity too, how long you been having this, I guess, lower back slash hip problem?
Maybe like for 5 years, 4 years, 4 or 5
5.
years. Yeah, because I have like an hernia and a protusion. I don't know how you say it. And because I have very big pains, I used to take a lot of weight. I carry a lot of weight, and it was horrible for my back. And like for 5 years already, this this pain. I have this pain for 5 years.
That's
But
tough.
depends on the season. I have more pain or less pain, and I tried a lot of things, but they didn't work already the whole time. I have like better periods and worse periods, but I'm looking like to stay good, all the time.
Yeah, 100%. Now, what would you say the biggest difference between all the exercise we're doing versus all other exercise or other things you tried before?
Well, one of the most important things I think is the breathing. The breathing for me is like a revelation. I don't know, because when we are in this position, lying in the floor and breathing with your arms open and with the chest, and you know your muscles in your stomach, it's for me it was the most important thing. The positions breathing, I think it's very difficult for me stay in these positions breathing well,
100%. Now, I think the breathing is one of the most important part in all the exercise we're doing.
uh-huh.
If you can just breathe well, I'm pretty sure that even though you didn't do a lot of exercise, if you can just breathe well, your body gonna feel better just by
Well,
breathing.
yeah, yeah, but maybe when you do some exercises it's quite difficult to breathe well, and stay in some positions you don't know how to breathe, or how is your body, how for me that's the most difficult part, I think.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we need to train for.
Perfect. It will be perfect.
Yeah. And I guess the last question is, I think for somebody who is maybe watching or listening to this video right now, they're on the fence with joining the program. So what do you want to say to those people? Maybe they're looking for a leg up.
Okay, I think sometimes it's quite boring to do the same exercise once and another. And I heard a lot your videos. You watch them once, twice, three times. Every time you make them, you have to notice a lot of things in your hips, in your stomach, in your with breathing. So I think the most difficult part is to keep going and keep doing the same and persist, because I really know that changes you're talking about, and it's difficult at the beginning. It was difficult to understand the movement and everything, And once you take these things, the change is so big. It's little things and make very big changes. For me, the worst part was repeating and repeating, a little bit hard. But once you know this is the only way, you repeat and repeat, and it was very nice. So for me, there's no problem.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to add at the end?
Yes, I would love in the future, to learn how to move in a healthy way for the future with all the movements you make every day, because here are very specific movements we make. But I would love in the future know how to move in this way,
Oh
doing
yeah.
all of the movements we can make, taking things or training,
Yeah.
but I think once your body is aligned, I think there's very big change.
Yeah.
It's my
That's that,
experience, I think. No.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for the interview. Again, thank you so much for being here and for agreeing for this interview too.
Thank you too, Alvin.